Noi Famasak and Steve Moy left Married at First Sight behind and went their separate ways, but it's time to see what Noi and Steve have been up to in their newly single lives. At first, it looked like Noi and Steve were MAFS Season 14 front-runners. However, over time, differences of opinion and a strong need for independence led them to separate. At their best, Noi and Steve were all gooey-eyed at their wedding and Puerto Rico honeymoon. At their worst, Noi and Steve were fighting over noodles and social media. The other couples didn't take long to sniff out trouble in paradise. However, Noi wasn't super open to discussing their issues with the group, and over time, both the noodles and the relationship boiled over to their breaking point. Noi and Steve announced their split in July 2022 on Instagram and have been working on rebuilding their lives separately. Old resentments lingered for Noi. Steve felt forced to admit he and Noi divorced after she posted a bikini shot on a paddle board with the caption, "Divorce feels good." Steve wrote in his responding post, "I knew that our relationship was far from perfect, but I believed that with enough time, effort, and understanding, we could overcome challenges we faced." However, the former Married at First Sight couple has moved on and is living the single life again. Steve hit the Las Vegas Strip with some new friends, who he encouraged his fans to reach out to for the Steve Moy package if ever in need of a good time in Vegas. Since Noi and Steve announced their divorce, the past with Noi is not on Steve's mind. Steve got into some poetry or potentially new lyrics to a new hit song, writing, "I am too about it, and the dirt that they threw on my name turned to soil, and I grew up out it." Noi leans into healing after Married at First Sight marriage. Meanwhile, Noi has been struggling with Sushi's health issues while working to recapture her happiness. Noi shared she's found a good therapist and is working to relish in the small moments and rediscover how rich life can be outside of romantic love. Now Noi's all about boba dates with her best friends, leaning into the sunshine, and strutting her stuff on nights out in Boston. An ongoing divorce and saying goodbye to Sushi might be one of the most challenging moments in her life, but Noi, who MAFS fans called immature, is leaning toward her new beginnings. One of Noi's Instagram reels reads, "What happens when life knocks you down? You wake up and do it all over again." Noi and Steve weren't meant to be, but that doesn't mean they didn't learn a lot about themselves in the process. Old resentments might keep creeping up, and that's okay. What's important is that both Noi and Steve are healing from their Married at First Sight journey and rediscovering their passion for life on their own. Sources: Steve Moy, Instagram; Noi Famasak, Instagram; Noi Famasak, Instagram.